Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Patricia Valone. Thank you for joining us this evening. A double shooting in Glenarden turns fatal, and the investigation caused police to escort students from nearby Judge Sylvania Woods Elementary School. Police Chief Philip O'Donnell explains what happened.
Approximately Glenarden 7-Eleven, Johnson Avenue and Martin Luther King Highway. When we arrived on the scene, we found one adult male suffering from several gunshot wounds. That male was transported to a local hospital. While we were investigating the incident, we located another subject that was shot at 7941 Johnson Avenue in the apartment complex. Unfortunately, that gentleman was an adult. He was pronounced deceased on the scene.
Anyone with information on the incident is asked to contact authorities. A new national report finds that gun violence has cost Americans $229 billion. The report was released today by New York Representative Carolyn Maroney. It finds that a growing number of firearm deaths and suicides involve people under 25. Here in Maryland, the report shows that from 2013 to 2017, 812 Marylanders under the age of 25 were killed with a gun. Meantime, Democrats, including Senator Chris Van Hollen, spoke on the Senate floor last night to push for universal background checks.
We're the United States Senate, and we now have right in front of us at the desk, right here, we have a bill that will save lives passed by the House of Representatives 202 days ago for universal background checks. Now, Senator McConnell and other senators, if they don't want to support the position taken by 90% of the American people, then they can vote no on H.R. 8.
Gun reform advocates testified on the issue this afternoon before the Joint Economic Committee. 2 adults and 1 student are injured after an explosion inside a boiler room at a Baltimore County school. Firefighters were called to the McDonough School in Owings Mills about 8:30 this morning. When they arrived, they found a smokestack crumbling and bricks scattered on the ground. The McDonough School closed early and canceled all after-school activities. The Maryland Occupational Safety and Health Agency is heading the investigation. Maryland cracks down on youth vaping. Starting October 1st, businesses that sell nicotine products will be barred from selling to anyone under 21. This includes e-cigarettes, pod devices, e-liquids, and accessories. Members of the military are exempted from the ban. Meantime, lawmakers are drafting legislation to ban flavored e-cigarettes. Montgomery County lawmakers are also planning legislation to ban the sale of vaping products within a half-mile of a middle or high school. Many people drive to work, others take public transportation, while more and more are biking, and still others walk to their jobs. The triennial survey of how we get to work around the region is out. It's called the Commuter Connections 2019 State of the Commute. Byron Scott has our story.
You've heard of the State of the Union and the State of the State, but this is the State of the Commute. This is the survey. It is the 2019 State of the Commute. It's a look at how we get to and from work around our area.
And it allows us to essentially take a look at things like how many people are driving alone, how many people are teleworking, bicycling, walking, taking transit, and it really kind of gives us a nice snapshot analysis.
The survey is done every 3 years. One of the findings this year, the regional average commute length is 17 miles. That has not changed since 2004, but the average travel time is 26% longer than in 2004.
So as we grow, in the region, it's important to also note that we have to maintain the infrastructure that we have, because a lot of times that infrastructure is not going to grow as quickly as our population and our workers are going to be growing.
The majority of drive-alone work trips continue to decrease. Our use of public transportation has risen since the last survey.
There's definitely been a drop in the drive-alone rate. It's gone. When we started doing the survey, it was around 71%, and we're now down to around 58% region-wide. Transit definitely is back up. It was a little bit down in the last time we did this in 2016. Mainly, I think a lot of that had to do with SafeTrack, a lot of the SafeTrack work that was going on.
One surprise in the report, vehicle ownership among young residents is increasing.
In particular with that younger age group, 18 to 35, they're tending to buy more vehicles now.
We asked people how they get to work.
My daily commute is the commuter bus. That's how I commute to work every day, the commuter bus. I'm commuting from Southern Maryland, and that's how I commute into the city.
You take the metro?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because it's convenient. It's easier than driving. So.
I drive in.
And why do you choose that method as opposed to, say, taking a bus or metro or biking?
I'm not close enough to a station.
So that's really kind of the key one of the key takeaways is to really look at how people are commuting, and then where are they really finding that the options that are available to them, they're able to take advantage of those options.
In Northeast D.C., Byron Scott,